Hi, I'm Greg,
Hi, I'm Will.
and today we're going to be talking about Jet Star 2 at Lagoon here in Utah.
What is it called Jet Star 2?
And we're going to go find out. I tell you. So this just closed. Lagoon closed the first, they did about 2 weeks into November and finished it up, and they announced the Jet Star, which has been there since 19...
It was there since opening.
76,
Yeah,
I think.
I think it was there since opening.
Installed in 76 at Lagoon. So many years. Are you still yawning?
Yeah.
So it's been there for many years. They're closing it. It's a wild ride. I enjoy it. I went on it as a kid too because it's just been there so long.
Yeah.
So it's done. I don't know if there's any other of those existing, but we were just going to talk about there were patents originally by Schwarzkopf, who made the Jet Star series. And so I was just going to go through those real quick. Do you want thoughts while you stare me down?
I know. Schwartz.
You have the Schwarzkopf.
Yes.
German manufacturer.
It's just the ride we have on here, Jet Star 1. It's like creepy skull and stuff. But
Yeah, that's a different ride, I think. We'll put that up. That's one of these piers. So anyway, we'll push the first patent. So they did patent Jet Star. So there's several versions. There's Jet Star 1, we're going to talk about, and the Jet Star 2, which was at Lagoon. And then there was a Jet Star 3 and kind of other versions where they called like Jumbo Jet.
Does that mean like they only made 3 in the existence?
No, they just see different series, and so they were all installed at different places. Jet Star 1 was the one Will was talking about. There's a patent for it. It's just a very compact roller coaster with a chain lift hill, so it is gravity driven, and that's what they claim. And then it has a bunch of figure 8s in it, and they show that in the patent. And that's really, something that the Jet Star design is. The figure 8s are probably the most unique thing about it, and even got more aggressive in Jet Star 2 because everything's just put in a figure 8. So in this one, you would go up a long lift hill, and then you would swing back and forth on these figure 8s, crossing over, doing a tight turn, a bank turn, and that's what they claim, and then crossing the pass, and then doing it on the other side, and then back over. And that's the main claim. It shows the layout here. So then we come to Jet Star 2, which Lagoon has. And so the big change here is now the car is electrically driven. So that's like any dark ride, like Peter Pan, I think like Pinocchio or Snow White at Disneyland are a better example. Those cars have motors in them, and the track is providing electricity to the car and driving a motor that's in the car.
So it's kind of like the Casey Jr. train.
Yeah, I think that's that's a train though. But yeah, but it's just an electric engine, and the track provides the electricity. So same thing with Jet Star 2. It actually has its own motor in the car.
Oh, so kind of like Primordial, because the track gives energy.
Yeah, that's more your Guardians we talked about to spin the coaster, but it's actually lifted up a hill.
Yes. And
so the track's driving it. I don't know if there's motors in those. Probably not. It works more like a standard roller coaster, but it does need power for the onboard shooting system and for turning the cars. So this actually drives the cars, and so Jet Star 2, if you're familiar with it, instead of having a lift, a standard straight lift hill with a chain, it has circles. So making more of that figure 8 idea, you just drive up a bunch of circle tracks. So you drive up a bunch of circles with the motor being powered by the track, and that's how you get to the top. And then it's all gravity from there. And then once you're done, it can drive you back to the station for loading and unloading. So that's the big change.
Yep.
Jet Star 3 or Jumbo Jet, same idea, except it shows in the patent here too, that there's 2 cars. So our Jet Star only has one. It's Jet Star 2. Jet Star 3 or Jumbo Jet has 2 cars linked together. And it's pretty much the same track. So anyway, there's 2 cars that you go in, and it's pretty much the same track, the same idea. You don't have the lift hill is a big spiral, not a straight lift hill with a chain, and it drives the 2 cars up, and it does it, which would be pretty wild, especially with how fast and crazy this thing goes. And there's really no seat belts. I think you used to be able to ride it alone. as I remember at Lagoon, but now they in the last years before they closed it this year, you'd have to have multiple. You couldn't ride alone. They basically would wedge you in with other people, so keep you from flying out because there's only like a tiny seatbelt that went across the very front of each of the seats that really didn't do much. So definitely old school. Doesn't pass muster for today's safety roller coasters, but it was a fun ride. And that was it. So they had the patent on the first one, and then the second one for the electrically driven part. And the concept is just that figure eight style compact roller coaster. I mean, it's probably one of the smallest roller coasters you can get.
Yeah.
About the size of
what do you
same
think
as Wild Mouse.
What do you think they'll put there?
I don't know. You can't fit that much. I mean, it's bigger. Well, no, it might be the same size as a Wild Mouse. We'll see.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room, but
What do you think if they get rid of Colossus, what do you think they'll replace it with?
I don't know. You got a lot more room over there.
Yeah.
Colossus is another Schwarzkopf, the double loop roller coaster. I think Colossus is the only one of very few of those that are left. And I remember riding that that was new when I was a kid, so that one's pretty old too, but not as old as Jet Star.
Yeah.
And at least it has lap bars. So, any other thoughts on Jet Star and its patents?
Not really.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's kind of like the Bat because it's all.
Yeah, it's a little jerky though.
Yes.
The way if you've ridden it, the way you fly down those hills and then make the bank turns, it whips you around pretty good. So it's crazy. The turns, those figure eight turns, and there's not a lot of space to do them in. So you could fit I wonder if a spider would fit probably in that footprint,
Maybe,
right?
maybe.
I don't know if the spider's that much bigger.
But I don't know if they're gonna make two of them.
No, but you could do something.
Maybe they should just put a flat ride.
I want more Wild Mouse type things. That'd be fun.
Well, what if they made a flat ride?
Log flume.
What if they put in one of those things where it's an arm and it spins in a circle and there's the rockets on each end, but it never goes upside down.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, that was it. We're saying bye to Jet Star 2.
Yeah.
And one of the great rides at Lagoon that's going to be
Yes.
gone, and we'll see what they were put in its place.
Yep, and there have been rumors about Colossus is going to be next on the chopping block.
Yeah, but we're putting an SNS Wild Swing new for next year, and so
that's going to be fun. It's just I'm a little scared about it because it looks like it gets close to upside down.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So there is a patent on those, so we'll do that in either over the winter or maybe wait till it opens and go ride it and do it then. So
yeah,
that's coming. So anyway, all right, sign us off for Jet Star.
Bye.
Bye, Jet Star.